Yes, we are live. Live stream is enabled in this group. To enable it, open your group settings in the posts and format sanctions cliff. I think we don't miss one. Open your group settings. Yeah, you made I think you made an error here, but that's fine. We just missed that one. Anyway, family, and we are live. Um, um, we are live. We are live. Just for bringing her up to speed, today is a momentous and historical day now the West African Republic of Sierra Leone. Why we say so? Of course, we all familiar with what's happening at the country today. The day is yet to end, but as we understand, polling stations have closed. So we get a presidential and general elections today for elect a set of officials we get for go forward with in the next republic. Remember, say one republic, another republic don't come to an end in the sense that parliament has been dissolved, a new president will be elected. When I say new, there's a possibility that the incumbent can be elected, but we see this within the context of an election because the president, after all, was a caretaker pending elections, which was held today. And the results we are all awaiting. And at this now one Rob Mott Panty Day, now the media platform, where they bring news to Una, unlike any other platform. So they ask Una for kindly please stay tuned as we continue for message to Una. Thank you. Well, again, once more, now welcome. We they host this program because it's a responsibility on the part of every responsible channel that at least we people and they look forward to platforms, both legacy media, in other words, mainstream media, and social media, open sources such as ours, bloggers, to harness the news where they go on back home and in all sincerity, try for channel down there to fumble them. And this is what we are doing. We have not been able to carry out this exercise for an entire day or entire night because, of course, it's a costly project in many sense, shape, or form, and it's also time consuming. We're not really mindful to do that, but we just not get the resources. However, whatever meager resources we get, we decide for utilize strategically. So here we are tonight with the fact say that polling has closed down in the Republic of Sierra Leone. We don't begin to hear small messages, then they come out. People are not begin to intimate what happened today. We they begin for form a clear picture as to how things pass in the country today, because there were many video recordings and officials them and police duty them. So far, we thank God that the election don't come to an end. Although there were skirmishes and some lily kuskas, then will take place in many areas. Reports of ballot stuffing, vote rigging, and etc. We go hold with peace day until we get the official report. But notwithstanding, we go still Rob Mott on the talk. For Rob Mott on this talk here tonight is my sparring partner, Sekou John Barry. And Sekou John, welcome to the program TNN Media Empire on Elections Update.
Okay, CEO, thank you so much for this. Fambulem, una good evening and any service on a day and like Prince don't introduce. Yes, we can talk about the elections, what don't happen during the day. We know they have for call result too, because somebody be they say we now go call the result. No, not so we na corner. Corner did it na corner responsible for call the result. But of course, as professionals, we dey talk on waiting we see and waiting we hear. Of course, you know, say now with the social media, lot of things then don't like easy now. Like it's just when you see certain things, you verify 'em. But the videos then now, this way they call citizens journalism. Now in don boku now na the world, not to salon no more. Something they happen instantaneously, you they receive am. So, but we don't see election don't pass relatively peacefully because we will not see like okay rampant. We will not see, at least we not yet read and kill anybody. We done a great thing for Sierra Leone, but we don't see here and there. This morning, the some side, especially Boku problem happen at Freetown, around Freetown, and some issues that happen at Masimbi, and then so na then side and because say already, this place here, Pujeon Kaila will be no will be no say yanda they say e quiet because well we no know the latest from there whether the APC them being send agents then they or not, but we no hear any kuskas and na bode them be able for votes, and it was peaceful, and people then grab alley and go vote. A lot of people then vote, and Kaila back will not hear any noise day or any fet day, so it was relatively calm. But Freetown, I think Freetown are the serious issues that been there. Like the Baku issues then come up. One we been get side and wait and say okay up to it been done past 9 o'clock before they even start. But up to this even tell ya then me say like then they extend the time for votes. And then we see now western area rural way and certain side I think around Rokel where they say then give people them ballots paper them way na really from Bo way na for the candidate the way they Bo so then give them. But like Dan they been cow draw because we see in a video we Castle Holland Cole, the talk, the lament, not being happy at all. So we see issues them back around Lumley and then side in the some places then they. But like on the whole, we not yet read and kill anybody. And then what is about we don't see people like I see one video where they hold somebody, and young man they really them in the beat the person because and interesting they make a laugh because then they beat the guy, then they ask and say if you say 5 years now 5 day bow then they now well now that na mob justice. But like then they ask the guy if the fee say if the guy fee say 5 years now 5 days. So but I don't know now the person now whose party they represent, the person with them in the beat, I don't know, you know. But again, we see like around Shell area, like people then gather. In fact, now people in the snap they then they take actively in the count. So you they see the vigilance. So people they really then really like active, then take part, then really vigilant, you know. But then that they show you say okay, people like are determined because you they see comment them people when are independent people and say uh, well when I say independent minded people that well educated way they analyze, and then way I believe again this is my opinion, where I believe say they are patriotic, then say the determination where they see this trip like it take the no see am because people are determined to vote. Yeah. So now this have they tell some people say for this reason we suppose ECSL we like for conduct a free and fair election. I know they talk this because they not conduct free and fair election so because then they left now then the players then we will determine that. But we see then tear away they happen. Again, unfortunately, we see ECSL. I get a press release where they issue where they talk say then attack the motorcar we been the transport some ballot materials. So but earlier on we see motorcar we in a Land Cruiser we belong to ECSL where then people then go spoil. So no more now between APC and SLPP, all man they accuse the other. So the SLPP then they say now APC talks them, now then do that. But at the end of the day, where the ECSL issue a press release, they not call any political party name. Then just say no more, then attack them people and the staff, them been the transport ballot papers, and the staff then get right for transport ballot papers. So then ask the people and they urge everybody for calm and be peaceful and be law abiding, because the law permit the ECSL for move with ballot papers them, for transport ballot papers them. So if that again you dey find out say the the alertness of the Sierra Leoneans, and then you dey see the mistrust between the Sierra Leoneans and the organizers, because now if people then dey see a ballot motorcar wey na ECSL, e get something inside, dem begin say hey dem suspect am. So that they tell you say okay how much dem trust them, because otherwise if dem people dem get right, like the ECSS say dem get right for move from one place to another. So but if you see dem see that motorcar dem no too wetin sef, dem no too trust wetin dem dey go do there, whether na ballot stuffing or wetin sef, dem attack dem. That dey show you how people and the mistrust between the ordinary man and the one the way they organize. But that notwithstanding, with this platform, they condemn anybody who attack that motorcade, because they take the law in your hand. Because we believe say the political parties them, especially me while they talk about political parties, not for disrespect the other party them, but Sierra Leone, from where we get sense, now the APC and SAPP now then the rule, and these are the biggest political parties in Sierra Leone. So we dey try for like okay then wetin sef, then we believe say dem bin don carry this platform, dem don tell we say dem able defend dem vote, dem able defend dem people, dem able protect dem vote, dem thing dem dey. So we believe say dem able for do anything, and the same way back to the SLPP back. So result dem don begin calm, result elect na the same, almost more or less the same pattern. The same pattern. There were the stronghold, there were the what he say, you see the way the result in the camp, now the almost the same pattern. Some side they especially like okay, the Falaba, they see APC then they lead, some side is the CSFPP then they lead. But like when you talk to the APC, then they say okay, we are hopeful because we the lead. And but boku side and day way result not come it. So people in the wait for the result them. So I don't know if you get any other thing for add there.
Yeah, absolutely. And many thanks for that great insight. So Fambulem, partly that this now happened today in the country. So the country went to the polls for elect a set of new officials who will govern them into the next republic. And I do agree with all the sentiments expressed there. And if I may just add, big respect, massive respect to the Sierra Leonean people. I mean, this now the emergence of how I go call social cohesion, civic understanding, and understanding your responsibility. We know say there were issues around things that were almost look like mob justice. Yes, most certainly, then kind of things then they happen today and we condemn them. But looking at the bigger scheme of things, then only other Sierra Leoneans, them only try for caution them their fellow Sierra Leoneans. They say, what you gonna do? It's not right. Even though it not be right, it was their duty, and then do that in the end, but not to after they don't give the person 2-3 slaps and hand them over to the police. So like Sekou say, no one really died today, so far as we know. This is very good news because elections normally can be so violent. There were a lot of us who been anticipate say there will be so much violence in these elections that people were going to lose their lives. But again, I must commend the Sierra Leonean people for the resilient show, the vigilant on them parts for keep the watch and the guard for their fellow countrymen them and the country as a whole, protecting their own ballot. This is what they did today. The political parties be assured them say they will protect their ballots, but in the end, the people took some of these things, largely some of these things, into their own hands. They woke up yesterday, this morning. In fact, what we understand, some people are even succor, now some the pulling center them, or ensure say, any yuki or Ronsho trick where they want play, they go see them. And sure enough, Ronsho trick they play, yuki take place, but most of them were exposed. We go wait and see for waiting the big one and get for see. Having said this, can I also commend the police? Before this incident, before these elections, the police been there under intense scrutiny and rounds of condemnation as to the way how they don't conduct themselves throughout the period of these 5 years. There have been times in which the police was found to be really heavy-handed towards their fellow Sierra Leoneans. Them, and for this they have been roundly condemned. But leading up to these elections, they were advised, I think workshops were held. They remind them of their responsibility to the citizens, that it is their duty for keep the peace, for protect the peace. And this now largely within the city, I'm so impressed. The police was cool and calm. They were at centers. They were in control of things. They had a kind of ambience where person go kind of envy. And it was a sharp contrast as to what you will be to see before, as opposed to what you will see today. And they talk about police and citizens vis-a-vis citizens and the police. So there was a good sort of nature between them. And for this, I want to commend the police. We just hope say they go keep them as such. But honestly, that was really, really impressive. Very, very impressive. Um, there were issues around ballot stuffing. That ballot papers they've been there all over the place. But you see, in social media, in real time as it happened, in seconds, people don't get all of this information. The other thing where people they really need to be aware of is the information we they receive, how we get for be careful in terms of how we they process them. There's nothing wrong with you receiving an information. But remember, even if that information they come up from somebody where you sabi, when are you cousin, you auntie, you this, you that, in critical times such as this, there is a phrase we say trust but verify. Because if you not verify, somebody send you fake information, you in turn disseminate that false information or fake information, you are as guilty as the person we send them in terms of the consequence where that kind video they or information will have. So we be very careful on social media today because you can actually see two, if not more than two sides. They pitch against each other, which is not new in terms of information, misinformation, and disinformation that have been very, very much rife in our social media today. And we see a lot of it, here they happen across the nation. We're also grateful to the many, many thousands of Sierra Leoneans them we use smartphone technology, which is also a guide and an eye for the kind of things that we do, and able for capture real moments of the history that was made today in Sierra Leone, and send we pictures and videos of happenings where we were able to compile maybe at a later date. But part of the information we'll get today, we'll try for divulge to now, it largely come up from what we have been observed as observers as to the election process. Now, the results, as usual, don't begin to flow out. We therefore need to be careful there again. And at the beginning, from the beginning of this program, we say what we will get for do. They try very hard. They try very hard not for make any prediction as to who that win the election. But we now know say we already have a winner. Of course, in a contest, somebody has to win, and for somebody to win, there has to be a loser. And waiting with the advice long before the results, which is only to be announced. I repeat, the results of these elections is only to be announced constitutionally, lawfully by the elections commissioner. With the Eriboku rumor say, no deny us, they're not smoke Pulayanda, they're not Pulayanda. But of course, even if this happened for security reasons, this man is no ordinary man. At this point in time, Sierra Leoneans, I can assure that Mohamed Kone is the man of the most significance, the most important man of the country right now, where the entire nation, if not the entire world, they look up to. So, of course, in well-being, in health and safety, is really, really paramount. They will ask every Sierra Leonean for exercise patience, because not very long from now, we will begin for already the actual results, not to them provisional results, the way they come out, with some of them, I mean, they sound really ridiculous. But among them, there are actually good results that are coming out. And at this point in time, what thing we can say is there is a kind of balance. So both sides can get reasons, here for be happy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the TNN TV Media Empire. We get almost 600 people on sign on watching us. This is an appreciable number. We ask una for please share, for please continue for share as we bring una this news about the elections which were held today in Sierra Leone. The results will be made public, I believe, in 48 hours' time. But by Sunday, which is tomorrow, we'll don't begin to get hint as to who done the MP then we return, who done the MP then we lost, who done the MP then we win. But until the official results, we get for continue for wait. It's a kind of a process. This is now one of the most heavily policed, heavily observed by international observers in elections now in country ever. That tells you the importance where they attach to this particular exercise. And Sierra Leoneans, once more, I really want for comment now, and I really do well. I felt proud. One of the moments, there have been many moments, of course, where I felt proud to be a Sierra Leonean. And this now one of the moments, then the way I see me country people, they take matters into their own hands, largely peacefully, for correct their own sisters and brothers. We decide for do things, then roadshow trick them, get ballot paper for go stuff ballot. Like we hear one of the video them, he advised the other guy, about 5 years, go to 5 months. Hey, Bo, you back. Eh? How you could do things like this? So now then kind of thing we don't see. There were light-hearted moments as well. Even as we speak right now, we still they get video then where they come in which people and they say they are not going anywhere. Then they protect those centers and then they watch them ballot box. Then they bring them come out or put them inside the tea bag for carrying go to the next center and then the next center, so forth and so on. So the people themselves have thrown their love and loyalty around the country, around the system for help the authority. This is helping the authority. I know say the authority will say, no, no worry. We get the means for protect them, but the people have offered themselves. And from waiting, we see some of the skirmishes, ballot stuffing, ballot papers that were all over the place, and people we managed to acquire ballot papers. Then, of course, the police go get for investigate, and at some point, we go understand exactly what they happen. I wonder whether you get anything for add to this section.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Like I did tell you so. Well, how you did talk now? So I just get call. I dey get calls them. I get people who they send results them. But like I did tell you now, so this platform we are very professional. I see somebody they say other platform in there. That now they you what is we this platform we are very professional. Yeah, we are very professional. We will not to corner and we no go like we get for really verify. Not to what we see now social media we can't talk about now. Yeah. So no more.
And Sekou John, not to wait till we see na social media one for can't talk. I want to let you hold that thought they quick. I forget something. Family and those of una where they watch, there is almost 750 of we they watch. Una thank you very much. But let we continue for share. Tell a friend, tell a family member. This is important for let we come together as one, as family. We don't have to be on the same page. But after all, the unifying factor is we are all Sierra Leoneans. Another thing, una they comment, una feel free for comment. Then comments and they, as una can see, we they put them on the screen for let everybody see whether na good evening you they tell or cabo or adu. We also go like for know who side people and they watch from, who side and they call from. So wherever you are, like if you state your name, please let us know. Are you in Australia, England, America, Germany, Africa, Salon, Guinea, Gambia? Because this na data then we can compile. Thank you very much. Sekou?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, CEO. Like una see no more the phone, I they receive what is the messages them from the front line, especially me na Falabaman. I dey receive messages dem from Falaba. But we dey wait. Like I tell una so no more, not to we not to corner, not to we conduct the elections. Of course, we dey receive like the one the way me they get, I believe say na credible sources. But again, because of this platform, na professional people and they run them. So we know they just hear something we run with am. Like again, we see somebody they tell me about wetin may happen na Maborka. Yes, we don't see wetin happen. The one I think Mr. Fuller or something where then say let me catch out some ballot something paper them way, or ballot box or something where then don't stuff or something. But like again, we not ascertain as to which political party like even they represent, because some man the APC then they say na SLPP. So but we know like independently we not verify them. So now that make not all thing we they can't talk na, yeah. So this platform like we they run things professionally. We know the what things say. So any information we would give na, yeah, na correct one. So we just tell una, like we just make a rundown. We tell una waiting they happen at the country and waiting don't happen during the day. We see again wait and say I think na one place I don't forget for go Kono, I think Masimbi, or that thing we see back where the SLPP then accuse, then allege say the APC then attack them people them born Honda. But again, we not see APC person snap the, we not see what he said now. Somebody the video bike where they born. You understand? We see the SLPP then say na they say na they young people there. So we not see anybody where like say okay me na APC na me do this, or we get any report for confirm. So that's why we can be very careful how would they pass on such messages. So because we no go on for the, like we no go on for be a party to people the way they spread false information. We are professionals. We know they do that. But like now then kind thing in this scare misses, we see back McKinney where they not burn the bike, but then really people and pull you, they see people then angry. You they see the anger in people them because them one bike they did them spoil the bike. Okay, so like earlier on back you they see we side they say na hill station, but actually you they see na them ballot voting self paper where them in they use for educate people them. Now some man been they say no, then don't make ballot stuff in and anything in there. But some other people them in they ask, okay, so if there were a voter education material, voting it can find na ya during this day. So these are the questions. Is it that like some people they say, oh no, they want cow town for just mix them up so that they will nullify because they know say yeah na APC stronghold. So some man they say that, some man they say no, now all man they like people and just they argue and counter argue. So now make like so far the result the way they come on social media from both parties, political parties, both APC and SAPP, somebody really you get to be very careful with them, especially if you get a reputation for protect. Because I tell you, some people they not get integrity, they not get any reputation. So they no care. Some of us now we dey watch because like we can come under serious attack if you say you they talk well what you feel say not true because truth is relative. But if you say they talk something where you they talk but for on behalf of Sierra Leoneans, any political party where they in power at that time, whether na APC or SAPP, then you will be in trouble because they will call you names, then they attack you. So that's why you get to be very careful and then you maintain the standard. You maintain the standard, you talk anything where you think say e right, irrespective of whether dey na power or wetin sef, just say wetin na the truth. And then if e dey make you analysis, opinion, then that's your own opinion. Then again, you make your opinion based on the fact wey the things the way they go on at the country. So yeah, like but the only thing no more we see again, like one side wey dem say na Kisi, wey serious standoff been dey between then say that some people then say that the presidential guards or with the people them because they see one side, family let tell you one thing. Social media don't help. Social media they help. according to them, they say the soldier man and police then go na that polling station there. Well, you know no more now. Nobody not trusting company. So where the soldier then go, they could scarce be what happened there. So I hear somebody the video, like the person where the video, he did somewhere na one host, he dey tell the soldier man dem because I think dem dey threa ten am say no video. They say no, the video una. He say una fire me, una fire. He say but with the video una. So then they cause themselves. So you dey find out say then thing then they discourage any bad things wey bin wan happen. You understand? So if people dem be wan go bulldoze, go inside that polling station, do bad thing, e no dey happen because the people are there. Like I tell una so, the social media account boko advantage. This social wetin dem call citizens journalism. Very good. Now all man are journalists. You go still on now somebody die sef. Instead for let people dem go help that person dey, na video dem go dey video and send am na social media. That na the disadvantage of it. But the advantage of it now, you don't see during elections, it can really prevent certain things from happening from the crooks. You know. So we dey pray now, like again, we dey pray, we dey wait for again corner and in team for let them do wetin sef. Now, like we no hear any incident at the southeast. We no hear any incident there. People voted, and now, well, some people voting now we on concern here. We no know whether, like again, if the APC them been get them agent them pulling agent them in go there, we not to know about that because the last like yesterday, according to Richard Conte, then say like Napuja them been chased out the own them pulling agent them. No, they say the police they evacuate the people. Then sorry about that. No, they not chase them out, but then say as a result of the threat and the police then feel say they are not safe, so then take them out. So we don't know. Let's say not true. They not get pulling agent then na the na Pujeon or then side in the. What will be the ramifications? What in ECSL they do? What in the APC they do? As a result of that, these are the questions we they ask. So let's assume say other smaller political parties them being get pulling agents then now save the APC. Now only the APC no get pulling agents then they. So what thing will happen? Then go rerun the elections back, or then go ahead for call the results, despite where APC not get pulling agents there. So these are the questions. So that applies to everywhere in the southeast because the truth is the southeast, like we see say it been very difficult for the opposition APC for let them penetrate, for make them people them freely campaign, and let alone well go there as polling agent. We see that's not the fact. That's not the fact. So now, if they not get pulling agents, then voting will be the ramifications. Voting ECSL they do. So this not the thing that we get for ask. And now again, because we did on this platform, we ask these questions. We ask. I remember what we asked Charles Francis Magai. We ask Dr. Richard Conte, and we ask lawyer Adema Colley for dentia because we've been to foresee certain things. So we ask them, say, okay, una capable for protect una votes, una capable for protect una supporters. So these are the things. We ask them. So now, but we they see some man they say, well, run off the day. Well, government then and then supporter then SAPP they say no runoff because you know say now on that platform them in the campaign say no runoff. So, but well, that's the biggest question. Would I get for some man they say, well, then believe say Mother Bill get for lead, but then get for go to runoff. Some man they say no, APC they lead, but then they in fact they know they go runoff. So all man they talking you, all man they talking you. Yeah, so fumble them. This na the then and now platform. We really appreciate when we don't go over 1,000 viewers. We don't really go over 1,000 viewers. Yeah, somebody they tell me say, of course, yes, the magical number na 55% for win. So it's difficult for the somebody get down there at one go again. But one thing again, we me they say, one thing we have been the talk, then these are all. I get some way I've been to do analysis. I get me forum there way I can go do analysis for me people in Afalaba district. So what been the talk? Say well Freetown na the stronghold, western area, na the stronghold of the opposition. And McKinney, but somebody they challenge me say no, e don't change. You not see the crowd will come out. I say no. I say no to that crowd, e don't change. I say but how we go know say e don't change? I say the only way we will know say e don't change now if they conduct elections like how they do so, at the same time then allow people them everybody for votes and then count that vote day, the aspiration and wishes and desires of the people then be counted, and the result reflects that wishes they and desire. If them vote now, we see say majority vote for the ruling party, then you go can confirm say based on this result, we don't know say the stronghold western area not to APC stronghold. I say but until then you no go can tell me say because crowd don't come or you go tell me say no na the e don't change. But I mean, these are the facts. Allow me what me been they tell people they say allow make ECSL allow Sierra Leoneans for votes, make them allow everybody for votes, and there's no need for suppress anybody. Now, like if the opposition really feel say then get alternative policies, then get sober policies, then people then trust them. Una allow let people then decide. If the ruling party knows say really then don't work, then don't deliver the promises the way they make for the past 5 years, make them allow people for votes. So by that now you go able for really for determine whether actually una don't do the right thing, whether una don't deliver to the people of Sierra Leone. So you dey find out, but some people like when you say we want free and fair elections, some man they vex. But you say you're not a democratic person. So why you for vex if somebody say, but we not conduct this thing free and fair? So you dey see back the violence we been done they happen. You know, I mean, if a ruling party you don't in a power, you don't deliver for the past 5 years. You don't need for intimidate people. You police they no need for intimidate anybody. You don't need that because you don't work. Just show the number what you don't do for the people. Simple. Like Pakaba during Pakaba where you win that enforcer. Second time, he just tell people they say, but say we don't bring peace in this country. And they try look and he they vote for a massively the second time because it work. It showed people they say we don't bring peace and that and the old man be one piece. So because
Absolutely, absolutely.
each electoral circle get in own issue. Some people like can underrate certain things. Now, let's say for example, Pakaba in your own time, people them been want really peace. Peace nine people them been want. So when he ensured that Sierra Leoneans then get peace, so they rewarded him. Well, I don't know what thing Anes Koroma back been do some roads, them do light here and there, 2012. And I think say that and the way them they say Salon are the fastest growing economy then in India. Okay, so they voted for him. So there are issues. But in 2018, we see where they lost. So now Mother Bio don't come instead they say, okay, we don't do the free quality education. Okay, if Sierra Leoneans accept that free quality education, where they don't give and say they don't pull the burden on top of parents there, okay, don't affect the lives of Sierra Leoneans then positively. So una just allow the people dem for go vote, make them go say tell una thank you at the ballot box. But why police dem dey suppress people, una dey make the things dey look like say una no allow people dem go tell una thank you at the ballot box. You know, these are the issues. So una by una now dey tell ECSL by their
Yeah,
conduct as the police, then they make people dem feel say, oh no, government wan follow the rig because of look, then they cite example the conduct of the police. So other than that, if you don't work, yes, you don't have to labor yourself. Because in Leone'S, in fact, you dey bluff self because you don't deliver. You go say, bo, okay, if like I don't do work for una, so if una say like go, I can go. And the people then they say, no, pa, we still need you. So any government na the world or the whole of the world, any democratic government where you see then they use the police for suppress the citizens, where you see then they use the institutions like the electoral commission for make dabaru or twist this and twist that, must not say they not believe themselves. They not believe say then they win through the ballot box. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know whether
absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely, yes. There's a lot that I've got to add to that, and you make the point succinctly, brother. And I want to begin on the reverse from Musa you just end. And this now fact. I mean, the telltale signs are always there. Then telltale signs, and the diddy. Now we need for open we eye and we use them for see them telltale signs. So, for example, if you don't walk, I mean, this not common logic. If you don't walk, your goodness na in the follow you. You don't need for strain yourself too much. People and they identify with you on the basis of that goodness day. But we see the exercise leading to this election, how much time the president and in wealth then put into the campaign down to the 11th hour. This tell you say something not just right, the calculation not being correct. Do the maths. If you be not work, they no need for work up to the 11th hour, they go and campaign, and even they make some pronouncements them where we find unpresidential, challenging people and we normally in no go challenge. Why? These were telltale signs of desperation. Desperation. You are in wealth. People them way they go visit we net. We go pull the video them. These are threats and intimidation and low tactics. So if you be not work, now that work they now you they count on. So for 5 years we've been told free education and this and that and bakery and airport and what have you. Naturally, people then go gravitate towards you on the basis of that. Because in elections, now when you don't work, now people and they follow. Now the message down there. So even when you they go campaign, now their message and then now you they give. Not all that can visit you 2 o'clock na net. Because after all, if somebody they go visit you 2 o'clock na net, you the president or the wife or whoever, now on the basis of invitation, nobody not just they grab and go to state house or na lodge and go knock the mouth, come, and then they say who that and then open the mouth. No, now by arrangement, appointment. So when they put on to we like say we dumb and fool. No, we are not. We can just listen. But the power of analysis is great. And then the platform can use this opportunity as well for help. Others, you have or understand this because sometimes it can hard for them to pick through the way and just capture the picture. The police, earlier on, I commended the police. Brilliant stuff they do today. Brilliant stuff they do today. And my heart is off to them, to be honest. Really appreciate them. The people, there is something called people's power. USAI, because there's a social contract between government and people. People are expect, I can't speak to I speak like the former police commissioner because I think I don't mention people one too many times. But people, we expect people for conduct themselves according to the law, respect the law, do things within the law, and the law will look after you. The government will look after you. Because once you behave and comport yourself within the law, the government get responsibility for make sure say you don't come into harm's way. Because why? You are a law-abiding citizen. So the government for protect you. But when that social contract they broke, that the government cannot provide food security, cannot provide job security, and many other things, then there become a difference between and people and government vis-a-vis government and people. This in itself now a problem we can make the two sides them instead of them come together for the common good of the nation, they can fall apart. Let we come to the midterm census and Freetown as a constituency, if you like, or not only Freetown, just generally we'll talk about census. The reason why they can capture the census results. The reason why I want to talk about this now because if the census results not reflect the truth on the ground, then obviously the people that within an area then they will suffer. The reason why I say so because one of the fundamental reasons for capturing census results now for developmental reasons, so then find out how many people in this particular land mass, how many people occupy this land mass, how many people of this age, that age, school going age, old people, working class people, they within here. So now that data the nine government they capture and use in terms of development. Now, if you go and massage them figure and they massage in this sense, you not capture the right figure sometimes deliberately, like how we come for understand. Kenema now is bigger than is more populated than Freetown, which is practically impossible. This is just not true. And when the arguments are made, what we hear is because when them in the count, some people they say they know they count them. But if they know they count them, which means that I think they say they capture 600,000 people in Freetown, where we all know say the population of Freetown is over 1,000,000 people. So with the extra 400,000, if not to another 1,000,000, because probably it is between 1.2, 1.6 million. How do you look after people of that kind in there? How you know how many people in there we need certain kind of help? How do you do the housing population? How do you do hospital business? How many picking them we need medical care, infants them, elementary school, kindergarten, primary, secondary? How do you? So you see the disparity there. So people then will just continue for languish in poverty because they are either not captured or as a deliberate consequence of election rigging. And this not the point. If you are popular, which is based on waiting you don't do for the people, you don't need for do much in terms of talking. We are just now, we Pakababi don't done the war. That alone, it tell the people, say, well, we not done the war, now all come together now and work and take the country to the next stage. And the people were happy because why? Under that war, the people and suffer. The mere fact that somebody come and end that war day means say the older person they a gratitude lifetime then owe to that person there because it was between life and death. Now I don't know them. Una can all come together now and take the country forward. Such things then we are appealing. You can't just be propagating, your falsehood all the time. You do on the campaign trail, which you not do. You say you do them, or the lily way you do, you exaggerate them. It doesn't really work, and people are getting wise up. Such is waiting we see today. They play out now the provinces, now the streets of the capital, and etc., in which people are becoming emboldened and they organize themselves, because if the government cannot protect them or opposition cannot protect them in terms of their vote, then decide say they will take civil action in protecting their votes, and this is what they did. Somehow, some sites not been fined for see slap and box and punch and kick, but thank God that was all. At least blood not shed and police was in action. People were dragged to police stations, and we hope say there will be investigations and the observer missions. Then they will dip and compile and reports. Then they.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I think we will not get much time again because we don't exhaust almost everything. But like waiting, we go come back, tomorrow. We don't see people. We really happy. We see some people they watch from from even Maburka and say then they watch we from live from Maburka.
That's good.
So we really happy. Welcome everybody. Una all thank you for coming at the forum and for come watch. We really appreciate you now. We see discussion, debate, then they go, So we really happy for now. Yeah, so we really happy. Like again, not to be called other platform, then don't begin announce result. We the announce result. No, we not to say how they operate. Not to say how they operate. But like the situations, we don't tell una waiting. Like we result then don't begin come. We really get some fact result when a factual. But again, at the end of the day, na neck ECSL na then get the authority. So because of course both political camps they send the own. But you dey find out some forums them way you dey actually know say okay this most of them people here get similar interest. You dey find out say how you go know say back something done wrong. Now way the way them quiet. Some man no some them quiet, they know they make comment again. You go know say no something is not right here. We don't see Faith A. Mansare say they watch we from Lunshar. Okay, so we really appreciate una way they watch we again from Lunshar. All over una all we really happy for una. And then we congratulate una all for okay, we get una the somebody Mr. Badi watch we from Massachusetts na USA. Yeah. So we really appreciate una all. But yeah, these are the issues. At least we not hear person die, we not hear them fire person. The police they largely they really try. So I think say the issues I been there na the delay, na the delay and na dey problem in dey. Ansu dey watch we from okay, say from Scotland, UK. Okay, Ansu, we really glad for you. Maria Tujalo watching from France, Paris. Okay, we really appreciate una all welcome na this platform. Yeah, so wetin we dey tell una no more the information we will get for una say okay, at least dem don vote, we no hear it, dem no kill person, dem no wound anybody. Of course, the result dem don begin calm, but you dey find out say the social media is very deceptive. People and deceptive because I see one side wey na Kaila, but that day now we dey make am fun because we no really know whether na true. So, but we make am fun. Dem say Kaila cut Barry one side, dem say APC O2, SAPP 8,000. So you go say, yeah, dan na the wetin say. But of course, say then thing in the well, you go just the two believe then thing in there. But yeah, so these are the things. But we see one thing will stand out clearly from the videos that we will see online na social media. These are facts them will happen. We see Sierra Leoneans them, the resilience, the determination. You dey see am because imagine you really dey see people like I don't know who's of the candidate been say wetin Kojuba watch me I watch you. So na that so you dey see people really dey determine. Imagine one video where dem see boku soldier and police and go there around Shell area. Then the people in the video dem wey dem dey hala say if una fire but with the video we no dey allow nothing bad for happen na yeah. So that is so like wetin come out clearly is is the determination of Sierra Leoneans. So they are determined. So well now that's why wetin the ECSL for do now for help we Sierra Leoneans for no okay this determination is it to maintain the SLPP in power or to kick them out. So now either way, either to maintain them or to kick them out. So but how we gonna know that? Now if then genuinely allow them people them for votes and count the votes them accurately. Yeah, thank you so much, Jagite. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we really appreciate una all. Alassane Cissé, Elizabeth Toure, una all. We really Abubakar Mansare, of course. This now you get this platform from Holland. We really appreciate una all. Mamusu Kamara. We appreciate una all. John Toure from Liberia. Yeah, Mame, you all right? Cherno Jalo. Yeah, yeah. Mame, na free man talking. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So these are the
Yeah, crack on.
yeah. So well, people and they say the opposition no, of course they say they're not planned for the elections. Yeah, arguably people, it depends on from which angle you come up from. Because me, I see some kind confidence we then get. So you dey ask yourself, no, but how? But then say, listen, they say we prepare. And we don't ask them, we don't bring them at this platform several times. They say, listen, guys, we are prepared. So but you dey find out say, like, I believe say one of the confidence way the opposition gets, I believe say was exhibited today. If the result come in their favor, especially in the western area, because you dey see the people, the determination. You dey see really, really Sierra Leoneans, like especially the ones in Freetown, they were really determined. You dey see determined people, determined, dem wan for it. So that's why me dey call on ECSL and the authorities for give the people them, like for make them vote be counted fairly. So now this will dey like we been dey talk later say yesterday, and then days I will been dey talk to Sierra Leone and say una come out, una vote. But now the discussion don't shift. Now you have voted. We don't see lot of issues, lot of delays wey for open now, for open the polling stations. You dey hear dem say box no dey. Can you imagine? ECSL don prepare for how many years, but dem dey tell you say no, we no get box. Some side dey dem say na ink dem no get, but apparently dem no open early for all man. I see one side wey some mami dem say dem don dey there from 4 a.m. and dem don tire. That was around half 9. Okay, but despite that, the people were determined and they waited. So we hope and pray that all them people and they will not waste their time. We hope say we not being allow them for vote. And not only that, we also hope say we not count the vote them, and anybody, if na SLPP them been vote for, lay it reflect. If na APC them been vote for, lay that reflect as well. Any political party where them been vote for, lay that reflect. So this nine na the thing. This nine we they call on this na this platform. For lay Kone, do the right, like Prince talk just now. Kone now the most powerful man as Salo right now. Yes, because I get for determine say, okay, based on the result I get, because Sierra Leoneans are the custodians. Na deng voices na in Kone they re-echo by announcing the result. So that's why we don't need any dabaru with that result there. We don't need any dabaru regarding the process. People should be allowed to, of course, they've already voted. So their voices, the results, not for be messed with. Nobody not for mess up with that result there. Nobody will not for allow anybody for mess up with the result. Yeah, so CEO, I don't know whether you get something for that.
Yeah, I mean, just to conclude, it's been a brilliant run and fumble, like we say. We the get as we dey speak, so now we continue for the get update. The phone is so busy, but we not go get tempted, for put down the out now. First of all, we're not cloak with the authority. Secondly, we can speculate if we want, but it's still too early, yeah, for let we begin for call, if you understand what I mean. But without saying that the SLPP for lose power, but assuming that if they were to lose power, the people are going to send a very mighty and powerful message that if you come, you not do the work they expect you for do. And this is for everybody else. But precedent has to be set. And I'm not calling for this because I don't determine how the people will vote or how they voted. But the idea, if this were to happen, that will be a loud sound, noise, and message to all other parties that will come subsequently into power that the dynamics of voting has changed. The people perception has changed. Not so like before, one t-shirt, 50,000, one bag rest, and then you go put a ballot for 5 years, it's the bag rest done. Some of the chanting we hear in the public domain today, I mean, yesterday, don't pass 12. Now, people and they say 5 year, not to 5 months. We heard that clearly on some videotape them. What does this imply? People are becoming very, very conscious. And the Sierra Leonean population is largely significantly youthful. This not the future. This not the country. Those of us who are old enough supposed for understand, say, we also have an obligation for create an atmosphere outside these people and can thrive for have opportunities such as we have, so that a future can be pleasant for them, or we grandpicking them can find a country where they will be proud to stand up, for. But Sierra Leoneans largely, I want to use the opportunity finally for commend Una. Many, many thanks for going to the polls. Largely, no significant incident of how I go call assault. We not me not see no blood. I suppose see bloodsheds on side, but me not see any. And the fact that all with me don't see, there was little degree of violence apart from accusation or alleged ballot stuffing and ballot papers all over the place. People were actually caught, and there were physical evidences then were available, and with the hopes that the police go investigate, the observer missions them, then we investigate, we will see those reports, and then we can take them from there. But largely commendable, and I really salute. Family, and this is not my last word. If tomorrow, I mean today come, we decide for come, and I sure say we will come at some point, because by then some of them figures they are what they receive, so they return in numbers from the polls. We get resources them. Of course, we trust them, always verify. Now, even though we don't get some reports then tonight, we decide deliberately not to use them until we verify them, which we will have done by tomorrow. I'm sure say we will able for begin filter out reports to now as and when we get them. But this not the then and now. Say, you get last word? I'm done.
Yeah, okay, fumble them. So now, so we dey left una, but we really appreciate una all for wanting the confidence we una get and for join we. And like this platform here, we not go disappoint una. We dey always carry with we dey count the news with analysis for una. We no get for miss anyway, especially we don't see one Kane, something Patricia Kane say another propaganda platform, but the left.
let me put her back there. I wonder na
Mm,
sister Wasabi. I wonder waiting make she come to this conclusion that this
yeah,
is
yeah.
another
No, but
propaganda
of course,
platform. I take
this
umbrage to that.
yeah, this na Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, as long as you know they talk wetin the person want for yeri, you go want for lay you lie, lay you what you say. No, we don't do that. We dey talk the things the way we see them. So imagine now I see Sierra Leone, for example, where you they say una make this thing free and fair. Some man they vex. Free and fair again, lay all man get your own fair share. Some man they vex. You understand? And I mean the SLPP where them in power 2018, they wanted free and fair elections. So what is wrong now? What don't change? You don't understand it. So anyway, but we really appreciate we can let them criticism there, because again, whether it constructive or not, that they make we stronger, because that they make we able more, because we no go can and tell una thing the way we no they tell
Yes,
anybody what thing they
Mr.
want for you.
Abubakar Mansari, expectante laboramus.
Yeah, I think at the high school then, which is a motto, eh?
Now the high school boys, the Methodist boys, high school boys.
Yeah. Now neighbor there.
I'm a kissy man.
Yeah, now neighbor there. We na congressions. Yeah, anyway, so fumble them. Now, so we the left una for today. This na my last word. Una just remain calm and peaceful. We dey understand, say, right now, then they like, then the counting a free turn. So some people they tell we don't know how true it is, but let follow, make we watch. Like again, both parties, of course, we not get doubt, say the ruling party, then they defend them vote, and the opposition back, while una defend una vote, una defend una people. All the political parties, they una snap una defend. And ECSL, at the appeal to Kone, this na an opportunity for show, say in a true Sierra Leonean we love salon. You not get for put the interest of any political party or any individual above the interest of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone for come first. So therefore, the result, the actual result, the people and them voices today, na in supposed for be heard. Now that result they you supposed for announce. Yes, any side problem they una investigate, una find out wetin go wrong, una correct them before una announce. So these are the things we really want as Sierra Leoneans. You know, we don't get, I think, at the fifth or so elections they will they organize. We don't even need for for being draw self boko, you know, go back and forth, data, no data, app, no app, this or that. No, we don't conduct. We suppose each year, we suppose for learn a lesson. Each electoral cycle, we learn a lesson, we correct, we bring down the on board, then we do that thing in there. So anyway, and so with the end, this na cycle John Barry. We go see tomorrow, inshallah. We maybe tomorrow we go come back. I believe say every night we go can do some talkings with the see if we dey get some people them for talk with. We dey can interview again. Still, election not do it. Now the final leg we dey so now. So until then, I mean, me na cycle John Barry. They say tata. Over to you. I know say they enjoy the
Yes, indeed.
messages.
And yeah, Fambul, and this is it. We've come to the end of the program. And instead of anecdotally attack the platform, you know, I mean, you get a right for express your opinion. Doesn't make you right, but of course you can. But for just keep the talk down, I mean, provide context. Let we understand, yeah. So we do on again, and we want to tell the 1,000 and some more people, and we tune in live, and the thousands, the tens of thousands of
No,
people, and we get for watch the program. We are
before
sincerely and eternally grateful.
before they go, I just want for thank one me colleague knowledge is light, Kenneth Haruna. I want for greeter. I don't see another wetin sef. This na knowledge. You know say we na knowledge. Knowledge is light. Muslim Congress.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fambulem, this has been a T and N, then and now TV Media Empire program. More as we get it. Una check out again tomorrow, and I'm sure say we'll have a bulletin for una. But as usual, we will keep una informed even a few hours before the live program. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, bye bye for now.